Hey everyone, I'm here with Ian. Ian, he is CTO of SubQuery, and we're going to talk about the SubQuery test network, SubQuery Frontier. For those that don't know, we've kicked it off earlier this week, or actually end of last week. We did it before we expected actually. Things were going quite well. So we started the SubQuery test network, we're calling it SubQuery Frontier. We started that on Friday last week, and we wanted to give you an update on how that's running, what's happening so far, how it's been going, but also talk about the next step, so season 2 of the SubQuery test network. So Ian, maybe start with what was the main purpose of the season 1 of the test network?
Yeah, so we want to roll out the season 1, which is invited only stage of our testnet, just to make sure there's no obvious issue of the testnet or the invited indexers. They can onboarding it well, following the tutorials, and can set up their indexers, serving requests from their nodes.
Mm-hmm.
And so far, it looks pretty well. Yeah. We invited 24 indexers. They all completed the tasks we give them, and it looks well. And I think people just can't wait to move into next stage.
Yeah. So really, it was basically for us, it's basically an alpha test, right? Where it's the first time we've given the code to someone other than the people at SubQuery. So it's really to make sure that the documentation is right, the code runs well, the SubQuery network is operating well, and so far that's all passed. We've all been very happy with it, right? And everyone's been doing, we set a list of challenges that every indexer had to achieve or was asked to go and do. Things like staking and changing your staking levels, indexing 2 example SubQuery projects.
Finishing indexing these 2 projects, and then get agreement and able to provide service for these 2 projects.
So essentially the most common behavior that you will do in the SubQuery network, we made sure that the indexes could do that in the test network. And as you say, it's working really well. There's no major bugs. Everyone's finished the job, and we've been somewhat, I guess, surprised or impressed by how well it's gone. So I guess the main point for us is next steps, right? So now that we've confirmed that it functionally works well, the next step for us is to test more of it, right? In terms of getting more indexes on it and ensuring that scales to the next level, which is, let's say, 100 indexes. So we've always talked about season 2 of the SubQuery network, and I guess we're kind of announcing here that we're going to be kicking that off in Tuesday week. So on the 26th of April, we're going to be launching season 2, and that's going to be open to more than 100 indexes, and we've again invited 100 indexes based on the application. There was over 1,800 applications to become an indexer, and from that we picked another 100 for season 2. But also with a whole lot of delegators as well that we're inviting. So we're going to be testing a lot more things. What do you think is going to happen?
We're expecting maybe some chaos with that many more indexers join the network. To be a consumer, there may be some difficulty to select the best indexer from that many indexers. So we'll keep improving the UI, so make sure the experience is smooth.
Yeah, a lot of the feedback that we've had from indexers so far has been around UI improvements. So fixing some small UX bugs that we've had with the applications. One thing that we will be having for season 2, and we have this right now for season 1, but we haven't really made it public. We have a Network Explorer website where you can see all the indexes. In fact, I think I might show you, just a quick demo while we're talking. There's a Explorer website where you can view your indexes. You can view the different projects on the SubQuery network, and of course you can see the indexes working for each. And you can also delegate your SubQuery tokens to those indexes. And I think that's one application that we might make public for season 2. You won't be able to delegate any SubQuery tokens. These are all test tokens, but you'll be able to see how many indexes are there, and you'll be able to see who they are. And it'll allow us to test more and more features and more applications.
Yeah. I think with more indexers, it will be like practical for us to show more metrics of indexes, how they are behaving, so consumer can select the best indexer.
Yeah, and part of what we've been doing in season 1, and also we'll be doing more in season 2, is we make all the team at SubQuery, we make all the network requests, so we test how fast people's responses are for requests for data that people are indexing. And I think in season 2 we'll be doing a lot more requests, so we're doing some scale and load testing, but also see how much throughput the network has in terms of the amount of data going through it, the number of network requests, because we're doing hundreds of millions of requests through our managed service already these days. It'll be very interesting to see how many the SubQuery network can handle, or how many more the SubQuery network can handle, because there's more indexes. So we're learning a lot, especially around like what infrastructure people are running. Like we always use a lot of AWS here at SubQuery. We mainly use AWS for our hosted service, but it's always interesting to see what other cloud providers other indexes using, but also what other dedicated computers people are running. Like some people are running their own hardware, for example. So that's always interesting to see. Is there anything else that you've really been surprised by?
I think more professional. Like they are already very professional indexers in season 1, but like once we open to more people, so there might be different level of indexers. So I just want to see like how easy our tutorials are that everyone can follow.
And we may have in time for season 2 like video walkthroughs, but our documentation has been really good so far. I think people have said good things about that. We have a very clear step-by-step instruction on how to set yourself up. We make it very easy to run the services through Docker. So, we put a lot of effort in this, and it's paid off so far. But yeah, as you say, 100 indexes in season 2, expect chaos. We'll have a lot more support queries, and we'll be setting up all these processes around that, right? So it's not as much of a technical test as it is an organizational test. But yeah, that would be interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing the traffic going through the network. I'm looking forward to seeing the number of indexes. I'm looking forward to seeing more and more people. But hey, it's exciting and it's going well. So really happy with the SubQuery test network so far, SubQuery Frontier. And we'll give you more of an update next week on how that's going, and more information about what season 2 is like, what we'll be testing in there, and maybe give you a quick demo of the test network. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.